Well, Ecto1 and I are back here for some more detecting. You can't contrast the day more from the other day when we were here, when it dawned bright and clear and it was a very hot day. We've just had 2 days of a terrific amount of rain. This is day 2, and we've been absolutely smashed by thunderstorms and severe rain, and it's happened for a lot of Victoria. Huge falls of rain, and you just can't contrast the 2 days more. There's actually frogs you can hear in the creek, although there's no running water at the moment in the creek, although I suspect it probably ran briefly when it was raining and flooding. So back to do the mullock heaps. The idea being is that when the diggers dug them down into the gold bearing gravels, that they discarded small fragments of gold with some of the wash that they dug last, and they can sometimes be detected off the mullock heaps. So hopefully with some finds soon. Bye. Just as a postscript to this last clip I took, there's a couple of kangaroos there drinking that water in the middle of the paddock. Unfortunately, if I try and get a bit closer, they'll probably hop off, but I'll have a go. There they go now. And cover the ground pretty quickly. Well, I'm working these mullock heaps very thoroughly around the edges and that, in the endeavour to hopefully find some small pieces of gold. Just haven't found anything yet. We've only been detecting for half an hour or so. Gold obviously is very, very hard to find, and you have to put the hard yards in to find a piece. So hopefully I'll find some soon, but it's quite possible I may not find any today. Well, it's hard to believe this is the creek. It was bone dry the other day when we were here, and it's now filled up and you can hear frogs. There's Ecto1 hard at it, looking at a target. Anyway, let's get back to some detecting. It's amazing what you see when you're quiet in the bush. There's a frog there, he's been mating. It's a classic case of having to make hay while the rain pours. Maybe I've mixed that around. I'm not sure if I'm invading their privacy or not, but the frogs are mating so that the eggs can be hatched and be placed in the water to develop into tadpoles. Now, if you saw this at creek a few days ago, it was bone dry, about 37 degrees. You wouldn't have thought there was a single frog within a couple of 100 kilometres. Quite amazing. Sorry for this interlude here of the movie. They're beautifully coloured frogs. Now detecting a paddock on the same property. It's got quartz and ironstone everywhere, and yeah, there's little diggings scattered throughout the paddock. It's quite interesting because I noticed here the white patches here are in fact frog spawn. So this is the same day as I've seen the frogs down the creek. It's only the day after the rains had arrived, and they've already got the eggs, which will probably hatch within days, probably into tadpoles. They've got to move quickly before the water disappears. So yeah, that green tree in the distance there is another type of tree that's commonly associated with the goldfields here in Victoria. There's even dragonflies buzzing around now. How on earth they know that there's water here, I don't know, but I guess they can cover large distances quickly. But yeah, they're buzzing around. I'm not so sure that it'd be advised to lay their eggs here, because they think this pond would dry up before the eggs could develop into the mud eyes, which are the dragonfly larvae. Well, I've been working the paddock over there, where there's lots of quartz blows and the like amongst those old tree stumps there, and I decided to change over to this paddock here and try the same thing with the 14-inch nugget finder advantage coil. And I've dug a nice specimen of gold here. I'm really pleased with this. It's a little bit hard to see probably because it's sun there, but there's a nice bit of gold, probably a gram or so of gold in it. It's quite heavy. So that's the first specimen piece I've found, which is the gold, of course, and its host rock, ironstone and quartz. Yeah, so I'm very pleased with that find. It's going to be a nice one addition to my collection. Okay, bye for now. Well, Hector 1 and I have finished for the day. It's sunset, and this day started off very heavily overcast and raining, and as you can see it's now cleared up, and it should be a beautiful day tomorrow. It's about 8 PM Australian summertime, and yeah, it's been a great day. Really enjoyed it. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. So hopefully some nice videos to come for the next couple of days as we continue our quest for gold.